So how you engage this navigate on autopilot is to twice hit down like you would engage autopilot, and then you'll see there's a button there for navigate on autopilot. You click on that and it's going to basically guide you to your location from highway to highway. Now it won't do side streets just yet, but it'll do the highway, and it'll take the exit for you that you need and also indicate your blinker to the person's behind you. So this one's asking me to switch on over to another lane, so I'll go ahead and put my blinker on, and it's going to make the lane change on its own. As you can see, it's making the lane change on its own. So now I'm in the middle lane here. That guy is doing about 75 to 60 passes. Upcoming with our next exit is asking me to, again, confirm the lane change. You can do this with either the gear stock or your signal stock, and so either one will actually make the lane change for you. So here's some more navigate on autopilot. We're merging. This is a pretty busy intersection, so I'm gonna let it see what it does on its own, because people probably try to cut in front of me here and everything, and so we're just gonna let it play out. I'll grab the steering wheel if I have to, but people from over here are gonna want to try to get in front, and people from the left over here are going to want to try to jump on this exit at the last minute. So let's see what happens. But I am supposed to take this exit, and there's 2 lanes to this exit, so let's see. It knows I'm supposed to go there. The exit's technically a little bit further away, but let's see what happens. I've tried it before when there's people doing things aren't supposed to, cutting in front of you and things like that. It kind of puts it off, and so I have to disengage it sometimes. So it's not full self-driving mode. This is just enhanced autopilot with the navigate on autopilot. So here's our exit, here's our line. We should be following this red truck here. Let's see if it does it.
Now take the Interstate 405 south exit on the right.
Yep, it knows here. So he's got the little line showing that we're supposed to take this exit. So I didn't do anything. It took this exit on its own. That's pretty good. And so this does relieve a little bit of stress of driving in traffic. So it's useful for that. We can't wait till the full self-driving mode comes out, and we'll check that out too. But it could be a while coming. So we're back at this big intersection where we all have to 4 lanes merge. And the one thing that this won't anticipate as like my Volvo either is when people cut in front of you to fill in this small little, one vehicle gap. So sometimes you have to kind of jump into action. So really, it's got all the cameras around, but you obviously can't anticipate someone driving like a a-hole. But anyway, here we are merging, and let's see how it does. I could technically stay in this lane, but eventually I would imagine it's going to want me to change lanes. And so how you do that is it'll tell you, it'll signal change lane, and you can do that even with the gear shift stick to signal, and then it'll prompt the car to move that way, or this other one here, the obvious turn signal. But either one you can use to change lanes when you're in navigate on autopilot. See how this Mercedes wants to get in here now? Obviously the car's not letting it do that. He's probably not happy with me, but I'm just letting it drive. So let's see here. It's not having me change yet, but look at all the traffic around. I'm just sitting here recording. I'm not even really driving. I'm not having to do anything. That's the cool thing about this. So here's this car getting in front. Now the car's going to slow down to adjust for that. I mean, that should be anticipated. He didn't really cut me off. He's just merging. So yeah, so we'll see about I'll show you the lane change here in a second. So we're speeding up. This guy's merging in. And yeah, it's still just doing its thing. It wants me to apply a little force on the steering wheel because I have my hands off. But let's put a signal on to turn. And it tried to do it itself, but some Cadillac jumped right in my spot. That person there, after I'd already signaled, they jumped in there anyway. Still got my signal on. It's making the lane change itself. And there you have it. It just did it on its own. Now if you get in this other lane over here, it'll want you to get back out of the passing lane. It'll prompt you to get out of there. But this is basically driving on its own, changing lanes just with the signal. Again, I don't have to even put my hands on the steering wheel to change the lane. It's pretty cool. See how good This is at identifying vehicles beside us. So here comes a box truck. That's a box truck. And then just another car that changed into something bigger, like an SUV. SUV. Pretty cool. Pretty good identification of vehicles around you. And sometimes, as you see from other videos, you'll see people pop up or motorcycles, and it'll show the motorcycle. I want to see if it has like an animal, like if a deer walked by here or something. That'd be cool. Haven't seen that yet, but one day maybe someone will see. There's a car. There's a car. There's another car. It's kind of an SUV. It's a CRV. Pretty good identification, however. What do you know? Another Model 3. Wonder if they're on Navigate on Autopilot too. I'll show you real quick how it's asking me to change lanes here. Confirm lane change into faster lane. So I want to try that. There's obviously a car there right now. Let's see if it'll do it. Yeah, a little nerve-wracking there because didn't know if it was going to keep going because there's another car in the lane behind me. But yeah, that's how it asks you to get in. So confirm lanes to follow the route now. So now it wants me to switch back because it doesn't want you to be in the passing lane. But you know, this is mid-morning traffic, so I don't want to change that. So it says use turn signal or gear stick to confirm. Again, you can use the gear stick to confirm that lane change, but I'm just going to let it go on this lane for a bit. So one thing I'll note is that it'll take the exit that you're supposed to take for you and actually turn on the blinker. I'm going to try to catch that on video here, but it was asking me to get into the HOV lane. Now I have that on my settings to get in use the HOV lane, but obviously I'm by myself, so I'm not going to do that. But you can change that in the settings by hitting the little gear icon, and it'll let you avoid tolls and use HOV lane and stuff. I'm gonna try to catch it when it makes the exit and puts the blinker on itself. One thing I'll note better than the Volvo is it anticipates the vehicle in front of you. The Volvo, to me, seems like it waits till the last minute to apply the brakes when you're doing the adaptive cruise or pilot assist. It's kind of scary. This one's much better. Alright, so Navigate on Autopilot is coming up to the exit at just 0.4 miles. We're going to see if it does it correctly. Sometimes it does it, sometimes it doesn't. So it's supposed to put on the blinker and take me to the exit that I need to go to. This is a little bit of a tricky one. You can see the exit sign up there. Let's see if it does it. Confirm lane change. So I'll put my blinker on and try to complete maneuver. It asks for my assistance there. So taking this exit here, I'm not steering. And this is even a trickier one because it's a big circle here. You can see it's going to come up. It's putting its blinker on to say that I was staying in this lane. So let's see if it does it here. This is a merging lane. I don't see anybody coming, so we shouldn't have any problem. Auto steer, speed restricted to 45. Here's the exit. Let's see if it takes it. Wow, what a big turn. It did that on its own. So it put the blinker on, put itself in there. This is a really big turn. I'm having my hands pretty close. We're slowing down, and it's still steering me around this turn here. Pretty remarkable. So it's taking me all the way. Autopilot is complete. So we're here at our exit. That's how it works. It's definitely takes a lot of getting used to. I personally don't know if this is going to take off as much as Tesla hopes it will, because I think just people want to have a little more control and don't yet trust a computer entirely to navigate through this kind of stuff. Some people just like to drive their own cars, so it's going to be a long time before I think everyone's going to be doing full driving cars, because people just like to drive themselves, speed up and slow down and merge and things like that the way they want to do it. But if you have any questions, please ask them below, and as always, subscribe.